Recap our breaking story here on ENCA. Acting ANC spokesperson Zizi Kodwa refuting an allegation of rape that's been levelled against him. He says he's seeking legal advice. Let's get some reaction now from the ANC's Women's League spokesperson Kodwa joining me now on the line from Pretoria. Good morning to you, Ms. Klasa. Zizi Kodwa this morning issuing a statement saying that he did not rape the woman who's made this accusation. Do you believe him?
Thank you very much and a very good evening to you. This is indeed saddening to wake up to statements because here we are not listening to somebody who issues out statements, but we want him to appear before the court of law to justify any action, whether he did it or he didn't do it. Statement alone will not really clear what has happened. We think as leaders we need to really lead by example, and we respect the processes of the law to take place and clear if there is nothing against the individual.
One of the other things I understand you would like to see is Zizi Kodwa being suspended. Have you begun pushing for that within the ANC?
The message and the statement already has gone because we are one interest group that begins to push amongst the members of the ANC that should a leader or a member of the ANC who is in a leadership position find himself having these allegations against him, a leader must do the right thing to really save the face of the ANC, because all these would always make that it is the ANC that is before judgment, when in fact it would be actions by individuals. So any leader who happens to be in leader must do the right thing and really save the ANC by stepping down. That is why we are stepping up our efforts to make sure that he does the right thing, recuses himself from being the face of the ANC, to respect that he has to clear his name for what is alleged against him.
Ms. Klasa, those in Zizi Kodwa's corner will say, as per the admission by the party's Deputy Secretary General last night, Jesse Duarte, this alleged rape did not take place within the confines of a party structure or a party event, and they'd say, based on the principle of innocent until proven guilty, something that's said to have happened at a private engagement should not interfere with his work and career. How would you respond?
We appreciate that indeed the fact that it has not, as the Deputy Secretary General of the ANC indicated, happened within the structures or within the confines of the ANC as in the headquarters. But critical is the issue, as I was indicating, that when an individual who is a leader, who is a face of the organization, where there are allegations against such leader, a leader should be able to save the face of the ANC, because, you know, you cannot distinguish between the leader and the ANC in the face of the public. But if that individual who happens to hold that position, having all the opportunity to really clear his or her name, it also, resonates with that leader to say, while the process of clearing myself before the law happens, I also need to save the organization by stepping off from such responsibility, not necessarily stepping off as a member of the ANC, but just in the process of clearing his name. I think it would be the right thing to do.
You are resolute in your position to support victims of sexual harassment and indeed as far as serious grievance as rape. Let me ask you this then. Are you going to be reaching out to this woman who says she was raped by Zizi Kodwa in your efforts then to be visible in supporting victims of sexual violence, alleged or otherwise?
Our stance has always been that we support the victims. But as long as the person, for instance, for us from our side, remains not disclosed, and at the same time we continue to encourage the victim to approach law enforcement agencies, lay out the case, then it becomes into the public domain, where we are able now to also get to understand, get to support, and also further support the victim throughout the process.
Thokozile Xasa, spokesperson for the ANC Women's League, thank you for your time.